Arthur's point of view. It was the rainy day and Yoonmin couldn't go outside because of it. Jimin became too spoiled. Now he wanna go outside and visit new places daily. Now, as he didn't have any work to do, so he ate Yoongi's brain. He asked about Yoongi's past. Yoongi tried a lot to trick him, like always, but this time he didn't wanna listen anything. He was so desperate to know about Yoongi's past, but Yoongi can't tell him that because he doesn't wanna break Jimin's soft and angel's heart to tell him about his horrible past. When Yoongi denied him, he tried to ask from his parents, but Yoongi shouted on him and told him to stay away from them. Jimin again questioned to Yoongi, but this time as Jimin, his husband. Yoongi knew that this time he can't escape from him. He can treat his kid, not his husband. He was ready to tell him about his horrible past. For that, he took him in their room and locked it from inside. Let's see what happens next. Yoongi, I was in middle school when my parents did their whole business schedule to USA. They didn't have anyone who can take care of me. They didn't take me with themselves because I was very young at that time and they couldn't take care of myself. Jimin, just like my Oma and Appa. Yoongi, but there is huge difference between you and me. Your parents made you married to me after researching everything about me and my background. And moreover, you were in the last year of your college, but I was in the middle school. I didn't know anyone except my parents. I didn't have any friend too. At least you have Bunny Boy. Jimin, yes, I'm so lucky that I have my cookie and my parents choose you as my life partner, my guardian. Yoongi, my parents hired a very cruel and strict caretaker for me. His name was Andrew. My parents didn't research anything about him. They didn't check his past record. They want my good result, which they can show off to their business partners. They never care about me. Andrew was a psycho. He beat me every single day without any mercy. It doesn't matter if I do any mistake or not. He found out the reason to beat me. My morning started with his beatings and ended with his beatings. He never put any ointment on my bruises. He never cared about me. Jimin, teary eyes. Then why didn't you tell this to Oma and Appa? Silently cried. Yoongi, at that time mobile wasn't available. I didn't have any source to talk with them. They only talked with Andrew. They forgot about me. This was only Yoongi's side of the story. Wait for Yoongi's parents' explanation. They want Andrew made me a perfect person who never did a single mistake. That's why Andrew beat me. Jimin, who said this to you, Oma and Appa? Yoongi, no, Andrew said this to me. He even showed me the contract papers where my parents signed. Jimin, did they talk to Oma and Appa? Yoongi, no, I don't wanna see their face. They always treat me like a showpiece, not like their son. Jimin, no Yoon, there is nothing like this. They are really nice persons. Yoongi, you don't know Jimin. They only show you their love. By heart, they never care about you. Jimin, no Yoon, I felt their genuine love towards me. They weren't showing off. They truly love me and you too. Yoongi, no, they never loved me. I think I'm not their son. That's why they gave me Andrew without checking his background. Jimin, what are you talking about, Yoon? Indeed, they are your parents. Yoongi, who gave their precious child to a psycho and signed on the contract papers that he can punish me as much as he wants by any means. They didn't know how much pain I bear because of their selfishness. There wasn't a single day when I didn't cry. I woke up whole night because of unbearable pain. Most of the time I passed out, and Andrew never cared about this. Andrew's punishment was way more than scary. I got lots of nightmares. Because of that I can't sleep. Do you know that Psycho gave me 10 strokes for each marks less? There wasn't any part of my body where I didn't get his belt. Though those were the pathetic days of my life. I still remember everything. He never heard my screamings. He didn't give me any food to eat. I cooked food for myself. I burnt my hands lots of time, but he never felt pity on me. I spent my all childhood and teenage with that psycho. He ruined everything. His voice started shaking by telling Jimin he started getting flashback of his horrible past. His body was shaking like a dry leaf, which didn't get unnoticed by Jimin. Jimin held his hands in his tiny baby hands. Are you alright, Yun? Said in the most softest voice. Yoongi looked at him. Yeah, I'm fine. Jimin, then how did you escape from him? Yoongi, escape? Sadly chuckled. He almost killed me. One day, my classmate wrongly accused me to steal his golden watch, and principal called Andrew and complained about him. I was so sure that he will take my side no matter how much strict he is, but he knows that I never steal anything. But that was my biggest mistake. He believed principal and hardly slapped me in front of everyone and forcefully made him apologize for the mistakes which I hadn't done. Then started shaking. Then he took me at our house. He didn't give me any chance to explain. He didn't listen my side of the story and accused me. He called my neighbors in our house and Jimin, teary eyes. And what did he do? Yungi, he beat me in front of everyone. He removed my all the clothes. I was only in my boxers. That was the pure humiliation. He beat me bare in front of everyone. I was begging in front of everyone to help me, but no one helped me. They all were laughing and enjoying. Yoongi was holding back his tears. He didn't want to cry. His whole body was shaking like a dry leaf. He remembered everything. That was a pure humiliation. Jimin quickly went to him and hugged him tightly while stroking his back. Yoongi couldn't control on himself and hurt Jimin's waist by his one hand and pushed his head on Jimin's chest and started crying loudly. Yoongi was sitting on the bed and Jimin was standing in front of him. Yoongi burst into tears. Jimin was giving him comfort which he always wanted. He cried a lot earlier too, but never get any shoulder on which he can lean and release his all the pain. But today he wasn't alone. His husband is with him, not his kid. Jimin was crying too, but he allowed Yoongi to cry out his all the pain. He didn't say him to not cry. He held back his tears from many years. He has to be released. It only gives pain to Yoongi, and Jimin understood this very well. He neither wiped his tears nor Yoongi's. He wants Yoongi to spill out everything, whatever he holds back in his heart. Holding back your tears are never be a good idea. It only gives pain and anger for lifetime because tears help us to release our pain, happiness, or all types of feelings, emotions. If you didn't cry, then it will affect on your brain. Yoongi cracked voice. I hate them. Because of them I suffered a lot. They snatched my whole happiness. They snatched my right to live freely. They aren't my parents. They are only business person who only cares about their profit. I will never forgive them ever in my life. They are so bad persons. They can't be my parents. He was spitting everything which he held his in heart. The bitterness between him and his parents were very harmful for his brain. He was complaining about his parents to Jimin like a small kid. He told him each and everything which he hid from everyone. Nobody knows about this, not even Jin too. Jin only knew about few things. It was so embarrassing to tell others about your horrible past, especially for Yoongi, who was an introvert person and has trust issues too. Jimin wants to cry loudly, but he can't do that because Yoongi needs him the most. He can't be weak now, he has to handle Yoongi. So he controlled on his emotions and wiped out his tears. His t-shirt was fully drenched by Yoongi's tears. He gently broke the hug and wiped out Yoongi's tears by his hands. He wants to take a glass of water from nightstand, but Yoongi was holding him so tightly. He was afraid. He thought if he leave Jimin, then he will be disappear. Yoongi tightly hugged him. Don't go anywhere, please. I need you. Jimin, while stroking his back, shh, I am not going anywhere. See, I am only want to take water. Made him see the glass. I will never leave you. Just give me a second. I just take the glass. Yoongi looked at the glass and loosened his hold, but still not allow him to go. Okay. Jimin somehow took the glass and made Yoongi drink the water. Drink some water. Yoongi shook his head vigorously. No! Cutely sniffed. Jimin, what no? You have to drink this. Didn't you remember you made me drink tons of water? Now it's my turn. You can't drink at least a glass? Yoongi smiled at his cute face. Okay. He made Yoongi drink water. Jimin, my good Jun, now let's sleep. Yoongi, but I'm not sleepy. Jimin, but I'm very sleepy. Fake yarn. Yoongi, then go and sleep. Jimin, it's raining now. I'm afraid of thunderstorms, loud noise, so I can't sleep alone. Come with me, please. Puppy two eyes. Yoongi, okay, I'm sleeping. Jimin happily lay down on the bed and Yoongi lay down beside him. Jimin hugged him tightly. Jimin, Yoon, can you cuddle me, please? I'm very afraid. Yoongi, hugged him tightly. Yoongi immediately fell asleep because of this much crying. Jimin wasn't feeling sleepy. It was his trick to make him sleep. He wants to relax Yoongi's mind. For that, he has to sleep. If he said this to him, then he won't agree. That's why he has to make an excuse. He knows very well that Yoongi can do anything for him. He never say no to him. Jimin, while stroking his hairs, I'm sorry Yoon, I tricked you, but I only want to make you sleep so that you can feel relaxed. Your body and mind need rest now. He looked at Yoongi, who was sleeping like a baby. He was sleeping while hugging him tightly. He never saw Yoongi this side before. Yoongi was feeling very light and relaxed. Finally, his heart is light. He spit everything. Now, nothing is left in his heart. That's why he immediately sleep after laying on the bed. Sometimes the person who looks super strong and strict needs a shoulder to put his head on him and cry out his whole heart without any hesitation or feeling to get judged by him. Everyone wants a person on whom he can rely, with whom he can share his everything. Now Yoongi has Jimin. Time skipped up to 1 hour. Yoongi was still sleeping and Jimin was sitting in the balcony. It was dark now because of raining. He was thinking about Yoongi and his terrible past. Jimin's point of view. I came to balcony after placing pillow in my place. Yoon is still sleeping while hugging the pillow, thinks it as me. I wasn't sleeping, I was only laying beside Yoon and pretending that I'm sleeping so that he can cuddle with me. I didn't even imagine that Yoon suffered like this. He was hiding his pain and controlling his all the emotions from so many years. Now I understood why he reacted that loudly when professor and principal accused me to not submitting my assignments. He remembered his time, that's why he fought an anger attack. He didn't allow his emotion to come out, which became the cause of his anger issue. When I met him first time, he imposed so many rules on me and behaved so strictly because he learned all these since his childhood. He is this much disciplined because he forced to behave like this. That's why he became so angry after seeing too much keen marks on Cook's both the calf. He remembered his time when Andrew used to give him punishment like this. He never saw sunrise before because Andrew didn't allow him to go outside. He talks less because he didn't have anyone with whom he can talk and share his pain. That's why he is so protective towards me and never gave me any hard punishment. When I blast the kitchen, he punished me so hard but didn't forget to give me aftercare. He scolds me on small things because he wants to protect me from all the problems. When I didn't understand anything in studies, he stayed up all the night with me and taught me everything. He never scolded me to get low marks. He always praised me and motivated me to do better in next exams. He never forced me to become a perfect boy because he went through this pain. When Sir punished Cook hard because of misunderstandings, then also Yoon made both of them, Taekook, understand their mistakes without using any harsh words, even though he can use his yang power and force them to obey him, but no, he chose to make them realize their mistakes by words. A broken person can never be hurt others. Yoon is the best example of this phrase. He suffered from many things and knows the pain behind all of these things. That's why he never repeat them again. Now I understood why Oma and Appa, Yoongi's parents, suddenly went back to their home because Yoongi didn't want to see them. That's why whenever they came to Seoul, they stayed in hotel even after having our home because they don't want to hurt Yoongi anymore. That's why they didn't come for my graduation ceremony. But as far as I know, Oma and Appa aren't at all like Yoon said. Yeah, I'm not as much experienced and matured like Yoon, but I'm enough mature to recognize the persons. Oma and Appa can't be this much cruel to give their precious child to a psycho and allowed him to punish him as much as he wants and however he wants. I still remember at our wedding when Oma and Appa were about to leave me and give my responsibility to Yoon. Appa said to Yoon, "You have all the right to take the decision about him, Jimin's future, and punish Jimin if he did any big mistake without any hesitation. Now onwards, he is your responsibility. Please take care of him." Appa also told Yoon to punish me on my mistakes without any hesitation. He gave him all the permission, but they didn't mean Yoon punished me to the death. They both also didn't come to meet me after our wedding, except my graduation ceremony. But they stayed in touch with Yoon and took all the information about me. They didn't call me much, but Yoon time to time made me talk to them by video calls so that we can see each other. Oma and Appa, Yoongi's parents, did the same. At that time, mobile wasn't available there, so they both talked with Andrew. Because of their business work, they couldn't get time to meet Yun, but I'm sure they both stayed in touch with Andrew. Every parents want their child get good marks. Some wants full marks too. Normal parents. I'm sure Oma and Appa didn't mean to make Yun a perfect person who never did any mistake. Their means to make Yun a perfect person who knows everything and capable to handle all type of problems in future. After all, he is their only son. After them, Yun has to handle all of their business. They wants to prepare him for future problems. As Yun told me earlier that Andrew is ex-military officer, so they thought he will prepare Yun for future and made him physically and mentally strong. Everyone knows that military officers are the strongest person by physically and mentally both. They didn't know that Andrew is a psycho. I still remember when I went to hotel with Appa and a waiter and manager were making fun of me and my appearance, then how harshly Oma scolded them and immediately fired them by their jobs. If she can't listen any bad word about me, who is their son-in-law, and she didn't even that much close to them, then how could I believe she gave permission to Andrew to punish Yun till their death? Yun is their only child. They both love him so much. I saw their love in their eyes. No, Oma and Appa can't do this. There is something missing. I have to find out this and free Yun from all of his pain. I don't understand why didn't they check Andrew's background before giving him Yun's responsibility. As far as I know, Oma and Appa aren't the careless persons. Then how can they do this much big mistake? You never asked question to them, but now they have to give me answers. I will ask them the question on Yun's every tears, and this time they have to answer me. They have to answer Min Yoongi's questions. Till now, they met with Jimin, who is so sweet, but now they will face Jimin, the husband of Min Yoongi, who isn't less than Yun. Be ready to answer Oma and Appa. Jimin is coming. To be continued. Questions. How's the episode? Now what will Jimin gonna do next? Will Yoongi know about Jimin's plan? Author's note. That's it for today. I hope you all like it. First, tell me, did you cry or not? As an author, it's very important for me to know. If you cried, then you read the story with full emotion and understood Yoongi's pain. Are you excited for Jimin and Yoongi's parents' meeting? I know you all are, but still I'm asking. There is huge difference between little Jimmy and Jimin. Little Jimin is so soft, fluffy and cute, but Jimin is strong, mature, fearless, just like Yoongi. Next episode is gonna super exciting when Yoongi woke up and realized he shared his pain with Jimin. Two persons turned to life partners in true manners when they started sharing their pain and sufferings with each other without any hesitation and fear to be judged. Just saying I love you to each other doesn't show your love. Love doesn't to be show, it has to be feel. We will meet soon. Till then, take care of yourself. Love you all. And yeah, don't forget to support me. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.